Good afternoon, dear friends. Happy day to all of you. Checks are going out now. Inflation relief payments are available to be claimed by the American people, but there is a new updated criteria that needs to be met in order to receive this financial assistance. Friends, please make sure you watch until the end of this video to find out how you can claim this extra relief money. To say thank you for joining me here every day and watching all the videos I post, I'm giving away 4 $75 Walmart gift cards every week. Friends, do make sure you enter the giveaways by clicking and liking several of my videos and also commenting below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways.
Sunday's edition of 60 Minutes, President Biden made a bizarre attempt to deny the American people's pain from Democrats' runaway inflation. After the latest nationwide data reported that consumer prices are rising at 8.3% year on year, the president suggested the country should be celebrating that they weren't rising even faster. Working Americans aren't buying that insulting spin. Middle-class families aren't rejoicing that daily life costs 8.3% more than it did a year ago. And listen to this, 13.2% more than when President Biden took office. In Parma, Ohio, one local grocer is working hard to keep her prices competitive, but admits, quote, "We've been getting hit with all of our suppliers with chicken, ground meat, everything." And in Fairfield County, the head of one organization that helps feed folks experiencing economic hardship put it this way: "I think things are going to get a whole lot darker and a lot more bleak before they get a lot better. We're desperately worried about food." Across the border in West Virginia and Fayette County, persistent high prices have one retired grandmother worried about how the rest of her family is making ends meet. She said, "I'm already stressed and trying to figure out how my daughter is going to pay to keep the lights on, get groceries, get school clothes, or her kids back." In Perryopolis, Pennsylvania, one shopper told a reporter that besides cutting back at the grocery store, she had taken on a second job, working nights at a warehouse to help feed her family of 4. This is what she had to say: "Clothing, gas, just about everything has gone up, and food is a large part of it." Meanwhile, the head of a small manufacturer in Big Bend, Wisconsin, reports that amid price hikes, stacked up supply chains, quote, "trying to source products has been very difficult." In each of these states' cases, West Virginia, Ohio, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania, one senator tried to spare working families from all this preventable pain. Each of those states has one Republican senator who warned about inflation, who voted against inflation, and who voted for amendments that would have reduced inflation. But unfortunately, each one of those states also had a Democratic senator who decided to vote in a partisan lockstep to plow ahead with the trillions of dollars in reckless inflationary spending. One senator each from West Virginia, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin cast the tie-breaking votes to bring this pain down on their citizens' heads. And now, sadly, they're all paying the price. Working families in West Virginia are paying Washington Democrats' inflation tax to the tune of an extra $563 a month. Ohioans are paying $666 more. In Pennsylvania, inflation is squeezing folks for an extra $605. And in Wisconsin, it's $673. Families in these states are paying a painful price for the deciding vote that their Democratic senators chose to cast. Now, on a related matter, Democrats' runaway inflation includes skyrocketing costs to keep the lights on and to heat or cool homes. We're also witnessing the dangerous vulnerabilities that Democrats in places like California have built into their electrical grids. California Democrats have spent years putting green lifestyle preferences.
As many U.S. states review budgets this fall, more and more are providing extra stimulus relief aid back to their residents. Over on the East Coast, tax rebates will be sent out starting in September, with many homeowners receiving these checks. Massachusetts taxpayers are currently slated to receive hundreds of dollars in direct relief starting this November, as officials return nearly $3 billion in excess revenues as stipulated by 1980s state law. To qualify for this refund, residents need to file their 2021 state tax return on or before October 17th. Taxpayers do not need to take any action to collect the refund, which will be distributed automatically as a check in the mail or through direct deposit. Although many officials are still finalizing the refund value, the credit will likely hover around 13% of an individual's personal income tax liability for 2021. Experts have estimated that a single taxpayer with no children earning $50,000 could expect to get a refund of $325. A married couple filing jointly with 2 children and earning $150,000 a year may receive a refund of $913. Residents of New Jersey will get the short end of the stick as far as property taxes are concerned. The average effective tax rate in New Jersey is 2.42%, compared to the national average of 1.07%. Last week, New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy announced a plan that would open the state's coffers to provide more than $2 billion in rebates to about 2 million New Jersey households, offering up to $1,500 to families who pay property taxes. For the first time ever, renters would also receive this relief. The expansion of the state's anchor property relief program would help reduce the average household's property tax bill to its lowest level in more than a decade, from an average near $9,300 to an expected $7,800. Homeowners who earn as much as $250,000 would be eligible to receive some cash as well. If the plan is passed as expected, about 870,000 New Jersey households that make up to $150,000 will receive $1,500 in direct relief. Families who make between $150,000 and $250,000 would receive $1,000 under this plan. Renters who make up to $150,000 annually would also receive $450 in rental assistance. Friends, the keyword for this video is Sunrise Mountain. If you would like to enter tomorrow's Walmart gift card giveaway, please click and like several of my videos, and then comment below this keyword, which is Sunrise Mountain, and additional keywords of any video of mine that you watch. And do make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. Wall Street will watch closely today, as the Federal Reserve is expected to escalate its fight against inflation with a dramatic interest rate hike. The move would come a little more than a week after a higher than expected inflation report that revealed that prices rose slightly in August, worsening the cost woes for U.S. households and sending the S&P 500 tumbling for its worst day of 2022. The Fed has instituted a series of aggressive interest rate hikes in recent months as it tries to slash price increases by slowing the economy and choking off demand. But the approach risks tipping the U.S. into an economic downturn and putting millions of Americans out of work. Speaking at a conference, Fed Chair Jerome Powell said earlier this month that the central bank must act strongly to dial back inflation. The combination of those comments and inflation data last week has led many economists to expect another 0.75 interest rate hike. Some economists have predicted that the Fed will raise hikes by 1%, which it hasn't done in 4 decades. At each of its last 2 meetings, the central bank has increased its benchmark interest rate by 0.75%. Jumbo-size hikes last matched in 1994. These rate hikes have yielded mixed results. On an annual basis, consumer prices have moderated slightly, but remain highly elevated. The Consumer Price Index rose 8.3% over the past year as of August, a slight slowdown from 8.5% in July. Some prices have already fallen significantly. Gas prices have dropped 10.6% in August. Friends, please let me know in the comment section below how inflation has affected your lives. Well, my wonderful and amazing friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for this afternoon. Thank you so very, very much for watching all of the videos I post. The winner of yesterday's Walmart gift card giveaway is Helen Burton. Congratulations, dear friend. Remember, to claim your gift card, please check your notifications page and send me an email. Or you can also send me a message on my Facebook page. Thank you, my friends, and have a wonderful and blessed afternoon.